His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received the cable of congratulations from Her Royal Highness, the wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women, Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa. Her Royal Highness conveyed her warmest congratulations to His Majesty on the occasion of the 24th anniversary of the establishment of the Supreme Council of Women. She affirmed that the national institution, which is rich in achievements and successes made by Bahraini women, has become a leading model that has proven its presence at the local, regional and international levels in the fields of institutional work and strategic planning, with the support and vision of His Majesty the King, which is a source of pride and appreciation for every Bahraini woman, and reflects His Majesty's vision for the growth of the role of Bahraini women in various fields of progress and development in the kingdom. Her Royal Highness recalled the contributions of and roles of women in the country's progress, the remarkable humanitarian efforts in building Bahrain society, and the broad horizon of achievements, creativity and innovation that Bahraini women have reached, resulting in many accomplishments that would not have made possible without the keenness of His Majesty the King and the efforts of the government headed by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa to involve women in national development plans and activate their role as essential partners in the march of development. She affirmed that the Supreme Council of Women will continue to implement equality programs and initiatives, create partnerships with various local, regional and international institutions, and move forward with determination to achieve His Majesty's aspiration for the advancement of Bahraini women and fulfill their ambition, believing in their abilities and competency, so they keep showing their active presence and outstanding contribution to national development to achieve further progress and prosperity for Bahrain. Her Royal Highness wished His Majesty the King good health and happiness to continue the progress of Bahraini women and achieve further progress for the Kingdom of Bahrain. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa received the cable of congratulations from Her Royal Highness, the wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women, Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, on the occasion of the 24th anniversary of the Supreme Council of Women. Her Royal Highness expressed her pride in the distinguished achievements of Bahraini women at the local, regional and international levels, made possible through the support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the directives of His Royal Highness. Her Royal Highness highlighted the government's initiative, programs and pioneering projects led by His Royal Highness, which has strengthened the role of Bahraini women across all fields. Her Royal Highness also expressed her appreciation for His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's steadfast commitment to supporting Bahraini women and their contribution to the Kingdom's sustainable development. Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim underscored the government's dedication to integrating the needs of women into national policies, enhancing their presence and highlighting their valuable contribution to the Kingdom's advancement. Her Royal Highness further affirmed the importance of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's support for the Supreme Council of Women, which continues to build a comprehensive framework that empowers Bahraini women and ensures the sustainability of their contributions to national development. She conducted by extending her wishes for continued progress and prosperity for Bahraini women and for the Kingdom of Bahrain. The Deputy Prime Minister, Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, received at Al Ghadaybiya Palace Bakhtiyor Delvoch Saidov, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Uzbekistan. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Zayani, was present. Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah highlighted the advanced Bahrain-Uzbekistan relations and the commitment of both countries to expand cooperation in such sectors such as tourism, logistics, food security and renewable energy. He emphasized Bahrain's commitment to strengthening ties with Central Asian countries as an important step in diversifying its national partnership. Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah underscored the high-level engagement serve as a key driver for advancing cooperation, fostering mutual respect and shared interest, and contributing to stability and development regionally and internationally. On his part, Minister Saidov underscored Uzbekistan's aspiration to enhance cooperation with Bahrain across various sectors and wished the kingdom continued progress and prosperity. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, visited the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning and the Ministry of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Waqf. The visit reflects the vision of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and are part of the continued follow-up on the 4th edition of the Government Priority Framework approved by the Cabinet and overseen by the Government Executive Committee. Chaired by His Royal Highness, during the visit to the Ministry of Housing, His Highness followed up on the progress of initiatives and housing programs implemented under the Government Priority Framework. This reflects the government's commitment to enhancing the quality of vital services provided to citizens. While on the visit to the Ministry of Justice, His Highness reviewed the ongoing efforts to expedite the completion of transaction and litigation process. He affirmed that such efforts contribute to strengthening the justice system and achieving the highest level of efficiency. His Highness also reviewed plans to develop mosques across all governorates of the kingdom. For their part, the Minister of Justice and the Minister of Housing reaffirmed their commitment to advancing the vision of His Majesty the King and implementing the directives of His Royal Highness, and emphasized their dedication to enhancing the judicial system, further developing mosques, and continuing to advance housing projects, services and programs that respond to the needs of citizens. They also expressed their sincere thanks and appreciation to His Highness for his visit and for his steadfast commitment to monitoring the progress of projects aimed at the realizing the kingdom's national goal. The Government Priority Framework is a strategic blueprint designed to unify national efforts and direct resources towards projects and initiatives that deliver tangible benefits to Bahraini citizens, placing them at the heart of the kingdom's development. Guided by the leadership of His Majesty the King and in line with the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, the program seeks to accelerate progress, strengthen development, and ensure that every initiative contributes to advancing Bahrain's prosperity and the well-being of citizens. His Highness was accompanied by the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and the Minister of Cabinet Affairs, Hamad bin Faisal Al Malki. The Minister of Interior and Chairman of the Traffic Council, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, said that the issuance of the decree law amending certain provisions of the traffic law includes tougher penalties, reflected the visions of His Majesty the King in preserving lives and property and developing the legislative system. He added that this is also supported by the government led by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, through its policies aimed at safeguarding public safety and reducing traffic accidents. The Interior Minister underscored that the introduction of tougher penalties under the traffic law will contribute to regulating the behavior of road users and deterring violators, reducing dangerous practices that lead to serious accidents. He highlighted that updating and reinforcing traffic legislation to regulate road use and ensure compliance with the law is a continuous process to keep pace with developments in traffic movement and safety standards, contributing to building and consolidating a traffic culture that preserves lives and protects properties. He noted that the ministry has taken strict legal measures under the traffic law and its executive regulation to protect lives and property and enforce the law, adding that a working group had been formed within the ministry to study the law and draft amendments in coordination with the relevant authorities and committees. Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah commended the efforts of the General Directorate of Traffic in field monitoring and intensifying awareness campaigns to enhance road safety. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, met with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Uzbekistan, Bakhtiyar Saidov. The meeting was attended by Mumtalakat CEO, Sheikh Abdullah bin Khalid Al Khalifa. Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa reviewed financial and economic cooperation between the two countries and means to enhance it. He underlined the long-standing ties between Bahrain and Uzbekistan and the mutual commitment to expand cooperation to serve shared goals. The meeting also discussed issues of common interest and the latest global economic developments. The Minister of Industry and Commerce, Abdullah Fakhro, met with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Uzbekistan, Bakhtiyar Saidov, and his accompanying delegation during his official visit to the Kingdom of Bahrain. The minister affirmed his keenness to strengthen joint cooperation between the two brotherly countries. During the meeting, the bilateral relations were reviewed and ways to strengthen cooperation mechanism in all fields, particularly in related commercial and industrial fields, in light of joint investment opportunities in promising sectors. Issues of mutual interest were also discussed, with emphasis on the importance of exchange visits to strengthen joint coordination framework on various topics in order to achieve the aspiration and common interests of both countries. For his part, the Uzbek minister praised the bilateral relations, which are witnessing remarkable development. He affirms Uzbekistan's aspiration for further cooperation in Bahrain in a manner that benefits both countries and their people, wishing Bahrain continued progress and prosperity. The Director General of Traffic, Major General Sheikh Abdurrahman bin Abdul Wahab Al Khalifa, said that the issuance of the decree law amending certain provisions of traffic law reflects the vision of His Majesty the King in preserving lives and property and developing the legislative system. Major General Sheikh Abdurrahman bin Abdul Wahab commended the directive of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister regarding the strict enforcement of penalties for traffic violations and accidents resulting in serious injuries or fatalities, as well as the introduction of the Minister of the Interior to take all necessary legal measures under the traffic law and its executive regulation contributing to the protection of lives and property and the enforcement of the law. The Director General of Traffic noted that the General Directorate of Traffic's appreciation for the Minister of Interior's recognition of the Directorate's efforts in the field of monitoring and awareness campaign, which aims to enhance road safety and ensure compliance with traffic regulation among all road users. He added that the General Directorate of Traffic will work to implement these amendments effectively alongside enhancing awareness campaigns and field monitoring. The royal decrees of 2025 embody His Majesty the King's closeness to his people and reflects his deep concern for their lives, security and stability. The decrees, which aim certain provisions of the Code of Criminal Procedure and the Penal Code and the Traffic Code, are a swift response to the needs of society and a practical translation of a royal vision that prioritizes citizens. More in this report.
With a well-established royal approach, the citizens remain at the forefront of attention and care, as many developments have been accompanied by legislative reforms in recent years. Royal decrees issued this year have brought with them a rapid response to the needs of society and a practical translation of the vision of His Majesty the King, which places the security and safety of citizens above all other considerations. In the amendments to the traffic law, the message was clear and firm, with severe penalties for speeding, running red lights, and driving under the influence, in order to preserve lives and ensure safe roads for all. The decrees come with amendments to certain provisions of the Criminal Procedure Code, the Penal Code, and the Traffic Code, as a quick response to the needs of society and a practical translation of a royal vision that places citizens at the heart of attention and care. As for the amendments to the Penal Code, they emphasize that anyone who causes the loss of life or injury to others due to negligence or recklessness will be held accountable, thereby establishing the value of human life as a top priority that cannot be compromised. In a touching humanitarian gesture, the National Committee for the Care, Rehabilitation and Employment of Persons with Disabilities was established to underscore His Majesty's keenness to empower this group and ensure their full integration into society. The decrees also extended to the Code of Criminal Procedure granting the Public Prosecutor's Office broader powers in minor cases, thereby achieving faster justice and enhancing citizens' confidence in the judicial system. These decrees embody a comprehensive royal approach and reflect His Majesty's renewed commitment to keeping citizens at the heart of his concerns and ensuring that their lives, dignity, and security remain a firm priority in the nation's progress.
The project to re-engineer drug registration procedures reflects Bahrain's commitment to strengthening the healthcare system, supporting digital transformation, improving service quality, enhancing health security, and developing pharmaceutical infrastructure. The Bahrain Institute for Political Development concluded the second series of its National Pathways program for department heads with target public and private sector employees at various levels. This comes as part of the Institute's effort to promote national participation, development, human resources, and raise national awareness. The three-day event includes a series of training workshops that address key topics in the areas of national work, development projects, and legal skills, combining theory and practical application. The National Pathways program was organized as part of the BIPD's commitment to developing national capabilities and owning the skills of employee, affirming the royal vision of achieving comprehensive development.